Hey fam, and welcome to our Halloween kickoff with this super easy and affordable steampunk look. So I partnered with Spirit Halloween, and the costume and all the makeup I use has been provided by them, and you guys can get it by visiting your local Spirit Halloween store or go to spirithalloween.com, and I think that's really great because all of this is very affordable and it's very easy to use, so I can show you guys how to be a total BA on Halloween without breaking the bank. Also, check out the description box for more information as well as a coupon code to save 20% on all your Halloween goodies, right? Awesome. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm going with black crayon. So this is a cream eye pencil, and I'm going to be using that all over the face. I'm going to start by etching out the cheekbones, and that's going to create hollow in dimension, and I want to create a sunken in vibe. Do you feel me? Essentially what we are doing is we're using this cream crayon, and we're creating a false shadow with makeup to create a very sunken in and almost dead vibe. I'm going for more of a post-apocalyptic steampunk to give it a little bit more of like a Halloween, vibe and a little bit more scary. Once that's applied to the base of your cheekbones, I'm using a brush. You can use your finger. You can use really anything. You want to just start pushing that product into the skin. Since this is a cream product, it does move around. So you want to use that and just kind of really buff it in and create a little bit of more shadow. We're doing the same thing to the sides of the nose, really high up by the brow bone. And that's going to create more of a sunken in eye. And that's going to more solidify that kind of dead, post-apocalyptic, and very dirty look. The really cool part about this look is it's very grungy. So I'm going in with some more grease makeup. So this is the gray grease makeup, and I'm going in with a textured sponge. You guys can use any sponge. You guys want to use it, the more holes the sponge has, the better, because that will create a more uneven texture and will really give it a very nice post-apocalyptic, very grungy, dirty vibe. So I'm starting off right at the tops of the cheekbones, and I'm applying that in, and then I'm bringing it in towards the nose. But we're essentially going to be applying this to our entire face. Take note to really push this product into those shadow areas that we created because they're going to help blend them in. So essentially you're creating a new skin tone that has a gray-like texture. From there, you can use any loose setting powder. You guys can use baby powder, any powder you guys have. You want to set grease makeup because it will continue to move around the face. It never sets on its own. So now I'm going in with a brown cream makeup. I set in between because I want to add layers, but I don't want the layers to mix together. If you guys don't ever set it until the very end, the paints will start to mix together and will give you a little bit of a different color, which is usually a great thing depending on what you want. But for this one, I want to create more layer upon layer upon layer. So I'm taking this brown with that same texture sponge, and I'm applying that right where the black face paint that we placed earlier meets the gray that we just placed now. And it's kind of acting as a transitional shade to help blend that all together and create a little bit more of a three-dimensional cheekbone and to really solidify that the face is sunken in. I'm doing the same thing around the sides of the nose. Don't worry if it's too pigmented and it's too visible because we're going to go back in with gray again and we're going to help cover that up. So essentially these brown is adding texture and shadow, but we don't want it to sit on the surface of the skin because then it won't look like it's underneath the skin. This makes it look a little bit more natural and believable. Of course this isn't natural, but believable. And I'm taking that same brown, I'm applying that to the eyelid on the top and bottom. And then again, now I'm taking the same setting powder and I'm just setting my entire face again so that doesn't move and it will stay all night long. Okay, so this is the fun part. I'm using the Steampunk face decals from Spirit and I'm applying those around my cheekbones. And this really, obviously, of course, gives a very cool steampunk vibe, but it actually brings a little bit something extra and it's super easy. It's just a sticker, you just pull right off and you place it. So I'm applying that to my tops of my cheekbone and then I'm curving it around my eyebrow. These are uneven on purpose. It's very asymmetrical, and I think it adds a little bit more interest to the look, which I love. I'm going back in with that same the black crayon that we used earlier, and I'm applying that to my lower lash line to add a little bit of grunge and pulling that down into almost a tear-like shape to essentially, make it look very dirty, very messy. I'm going to put contacts in later on, which, of course, I'm notoriously known to cry a lot when I put them on, so we'll have to touch that up later. So now I'm taking my finger and I'm pressing quite hard and I'm almost removing the makeup in certain areas of my face. This is going to make it look very worn and not very fresh and will very much pull in that whole, post-apocalyptic, very dirty, just, running, trying to save your life kind of thing. And now I'm doing the same thing that we did to the face to the ear. I'm just applying a little bit of gray and then brown. And then now I'm using a sponge and I'm applying black to my neck and making it look as dirty as possible. This next step is up to you, but I thought it was going to, create a little bit of interest. So I'm grabbing a makeup wipe and I'm removing the makeup from the bottom half of my lower jawline. And that's going to create a very sharp line just on the cheekbone and almost create the illusion that my lower jaw is almost a mask and it's attached on. So once you remove the makeup in a nice straight line, I'm taking a foundation in my shade. You guys can use any foundation. You guys can use some cream makeup that's flesh toned from the Halloween store. Use whatever you have, and I'm just applying that to that bottom line And I'm also removing my lower lip. And now, this is like the cool part. So this is kind of where it comes together. I'm using the black detail pencil, which is a very sharp tipped pencil to create sharp, tiny lines. And I'm creating stitch marks where my flesh tone meets the gray. So this is like kind of what solidifies that it is attached to my lower jaw. You know what I mean? So now I put in these two different contacts. One of them is green and the other one has like a bloodshot eye. And I'm going back in now just to touch up my eyeliner. I'm going to go a little bit heavier on the bloodshot eye to make it look like it's almost a wound, it's infected, it's, you know, something's not quite right. So I'm applying a little bit more black on that side. So I'm wearing the steampunk costume itself, and it comes with this shoulder pad, which is so cool. So I just put that on, and I'm applying a little bit more black and a little bit more foundation to my lip to kind of solidify that, you know, I almost have two faces stitched together. So with any white face paint, you guys can use the grease paint, you guys can use whatever you guys have. I'm applying a little bit of white tips to each stitch to kind of make that look like it's standing out. And then just going in with a little bit more detail to create some more shadows like brow lines and all that kind of good stuff. And then that's the finished tutorial, my friends. I really hope you guys like this video and learned something new. It's very affordable and it's very easy to do. So definitely just go to your local Spirit Halloween store or spirithalloween.com and you guys can grab all the costumes and everything you see in this video is all available to you there. So definitely pick it up and show me what you guys got over on Instagram and all that good stuff. Okay, my friends, I will see you guys in the next video and I love you guys so much. Bye, guys.